Good morning to everyone. This is the subject I will be teaching in this semester. Accountancy and Financial Management 2. You had Accountancy and Financial Management 1 in your semester 1 of FYBCOM. In this semester, it is the advanced version. You have Accountancy and Financial Management 2. Now let us start with the slideshow. And now let us discuss the syllabus which is there for this subject. We have accounting from incomplete accounts. You can call it single entry also. It is accounting of accounts which do not have a dual effect, complete information of debit and credit. When it's a small concern, how do they prepare their accounts? It's on that chapter. We will be starting our first chapter with accounting from incomplete accounts. Now you have consignment accounts, wherein what happens, a consignment order is taken. Like for example, when a farmer want to concentrate on production of goods, production of grains, fruits, and he wants to concentrate on its production. So therefore he appoints someone to look after the sale of the products. So that person, so it's a this is a agreement of consignment, wherein the principal, the farmer will give the order to sell the goods to some other person, that is the agent on whose behalf he will be doing the sale of the products, sale of the grains or whatever. If it's goods, then the manufacturer of the goods, because he wants to concentrate on the production, will give the contract to sell the goods to some other person who will do the sale of goods on behalf of this person. That is consignment accounts. In branch account, as there is a head office who is the main branch. Suppose a setup in Chembur, now it is able to cater the needs of the people in Chembur. But now if the owner of the business want to concentrate, want to increase its market, increase its reach, then he will set up the branches in other places. For example, say in Thane, in Bhiwandi, in other areas, so that he can cater to the needs of that people, of that particular, residing in that particular place. So branch is set up by the head office. All the expenses and everything is looked after of the branch is looked after by the head office. And at the end of the year, the accounts of the branch submits its account to the head office. So in this branch accounts, we will see the accounting procedures of the branch. Then finally, you have fire insurance claim. In fire insurance claim, you will see that in each and every question, there will be an accident related to fire. And then how will the holder of the policy, that is the fire insurance policy, how will he claim for his loss? So as we all know that insurance is a contract for protection of loss. It is not for making profit. So if there is an unforeseen event, suppose there is a occurrence of the fire, then this chapter, how to calculate the claim payable to the holder of the policy, that we will be calculating in this chapter. So each and every sum, you will see that there must be an occurrence of fire and there is a loss. Now, how to protect the owner of the holder of the policy against this loss, we will be seeing in this chapter, that is fire insurance claim. These are the topics, 4 topics that you have in this semester. accounting for incomplete accounts, consignment accounts, branch accounts, and fire insurance claim. We will look into detail to on each of this chapter when we will start with the particular chapter. Now let us, before starting with the main chapter, let us discuss, I should say, the paper pattern as prescribed by Mumbai University. So last semester you all had online examination. So 50 questions were there of 1 marks each from the whole of the syllabus, and you had to answer those 50 questions in the period of 1 hour. But if it's an online examination, then you will have a 100 marks question for which you will be getting a time of 3 hours in which you will have to complete your paper. In the 100 marks question prescribed by the Mumbai University, you will have 5 questions. Question number 1 will be objective question of 20 marks, which will have 2 sub questions, that is A and B, of 10 marks each, having 12 questions, and you have to solve any 10 from 12 questions. And the questions that can be asked may be multiple choice questions, true or false question, match the columns, or fill in the blank questions. And the question number 1 will be objective type of questions asked for 20 marks. And as I told you, it will have 2 sub questions, A and B, in which 12 questions will be asked of 1 marks each, and you have to answer any 10 of 10 marks each. 10 plus 10, it will 10 for A question and 10 for B question. You will get 20 marks. As I told you, objective questions consisting of, it may be multiple choice, true or false, match the columns, or fill in the blanks. Now question number 2 to question number 4, that is 2, 3 and 4, 20 marks each. 20 into 3 questions, it will be 60 marks questions, and this 60 marks will be from practical chapters, and you have all the 4 chapters as practical chapters. So in this you can be asked practical questions from incomplete accounts, that is single entry, consignment, branch account, or fire insurance claim. So every question will have an internal choice. Either you do question number 2 or question number 2, question number 3 or question number 3, question number 4 or question number 4. Then you have question number 5, wherein theory questions will be asked. Question number 5A-B, that is theory questions, long answers can be asked of 10 marks each from any of the 4 chapters. So theory questions can come from any of the 4 chapters. Question number 5A-B, long answers 10 marks each, or question number 5, short notes, in which 6 questions will be asked. You have to answer any 4 for again 20 marks each. 25 marks each. 5 into 4, that is 20 marks. The short notes also is of 20 marks. Long answers also is of 20 marks. In long answers, 2 questions will be there of 10 marks each. And in short notes, 4 questions will be there of 5 marks each. This is the paper pattern as prescribed by Mumbai University. Now let us come to our first chapter, that is accounting for incomplete accounts. So now the meaning itself, incomplete means it is not complete. The accounts what are presented in front of you are not complete accounts. The information is not fully given. That means it normally when we prepare accounts, we have been given with the 2 effects. debit and credit. But here it may be a small kind of business. When a person does a business, it is not required that he may be educated, or he may be so much educated, or he is educated from commerce background. That is not compulsory. That is not that only commerce students will be doing business in future. Business can be done from any field of students who can in the future do business. It may be he or she may be from science background, commerce background, arts background, any other uh, diploma students, or even the ones who are not completely educated, can also think about doing a business. Now, for example, when the business is of a small scale, they may not afford to keep an accountant who will be well versed with accounting knowledge. So may just take in their diary. They may have a diary where they may maintain that so and so goods purchase, this much money received as capital from the owner. The owner himself will write this much money received for starting the business, this much amount of goods purchased, and so and on. All the details will be written in a book. Now that also is a business. You cannot say that it is the owner has himself maintained the accounts, and he is writing only in a diary, not in the book of accounts. So it is not a business. It is also a business, but this may be a small scale business. So here this may be a incomplete. This can be called as incomplete accounts, where complete information of the accounts is not available. Partial recording of information related to assets, liabilities, expense, and revenues is done. Why is it incomplete? Because the recording of the information related to the assets, liabilities, income, expenses are partially recorded. So it is called as incomplete accounts. It is also called as single entry. In case of small shopkeepers such as grocers, vendors can maintain this kind of accounts. In case of large organization, state of incompleteness may be due to a natural calamity, theft, or fire. See, even in the large organizations, there may be incompleteness in the accounts, but it will not be intentional. It will be unintentional. It may be due to any occurrence of any natural calamity, earthquake, something that the accounts have been lost, complete accounts have been lost, so they are left out with incomplete accounts. Or it may be due to occurrence of fire, or it may be due to occurrence of theft. It may be natural or a man-made calamity through which there may be incompleteness in the accounts of the business, even in large organizations. But normally incomplete accounts can be maintained by small scale organizations who do not have so much resources to maintain a full-fledged accounting system, because the scale of operation may be small. So they are not in that position to hire well-versed accounting staff to maintain their accounts. Therefore, their accounts may be incomplete. So even those are businesses, those kind of business also are considered as business. So let us move ahead. Features of incomplete records. Now, what are the features of incomplete records? Let us see that features kya hai. It is an unsystematic method of recording transactions. So as I told you, This incomplete records is an unsystematic method of recording transactions. Generally, records of cash transactions and personal accounts are properly maintained. So much cash went out, so much goods are sold to this person, so much, like record daily basis. What all transactions has happened in the business will be maintained in a notebook or in a diary related to the important business transactions in a day. Everything date-wise will be maintained in that notebook or in a diary. This proper systematic accounts are not maintained. But there is no information regarding revenue, expenses and losses, assets and liabilities. General, normal cash transaction, personal transactions are maintained one after another as per its occurrence, but information related to revenue, expense, losses, assets, liabilities, you may not find it in a proper manner in that particular notebook. Different organizations maintain accounts according to their convenience and needs. Therefore, their accounts are not comparable due to lack of uniformity. Now, when we talk about book of accounts, we know the journal will be maintained in the same way. The same rules will be applied in every business. When you're talking about our, suppose a place, a country, you normally you will find that there will be uniformity in the accounting book of accounts. But when we talk about incomplete records, the manner in which the accounts are being maintained may not be similar. There may be lack of uniformity. It may not be same depending upon business to business, organization to organization. It will be different. It will be according to their convenience and their needs, how they maintain the book of accounts. Compared from business to business, it will not be same, because there is no rules and regulations that how the account should be maintained when we are talking about incomplete records. So according to one's convenience, accounts will be maintained. Now, what will be the reason of incompleteness? What may be the reason of incompleteness? This system can be adopted by people who do not have the proper knowledge of accounting principles. As I told you, this business can be owned and managed by anyone. The person who is not so much educated or so do not have knowledge about accounts. So anyone can maintain this particular type of business. So why the reason of incompleteness? This may be because the one who is handling this do not have a proper knowledge of accounting principles. It is also inexpensive mode of maintaining records. It is inexpensive. In a notebook, you're maintaining everything, day-to-day transactions, wherein money is involved, related to business, or everything you're recording. Time consumed in maintaining a records is less. Yes, and even it is not time consuming. You can easily take in a notebook, record everything date-wise. So it is less time consuming. It is convenient mode of maintaining records, as the owner may record only important transactions according to the need of the business. So it is also a convenient mode because the owner, we assume the owner himself is maintaining the records. As it is a small business, he may not afford someone to make some specialized person to maintain the account who has a sufficient accounting knowledge. So the owner or one who is hired, the one person who is hired by him can also do, but majority of the times it may be the owner himself who is maintaining the accounts, and according to his convenience, he may record only the important transactions related to the business, which is according to the need of business. Only those transactions may be recorded by him. Correct? Now, what are the limitations of incomplete records? As double entry system is not followed, double entry, dual entry aspect, every debit has a corresponding credit. So trial balance cannot be prepared and accuracy of accounts cannot be ensured. As we do not follow double entry system, in this incomplete records, we cannot prepare a trial balance. So we cannot comment on the accuracy of the accounts. Correct? Now, the records are given here, transactions, everything will be given in the question. We have to convert it into double entry. So single entry accounts are given in front of us, and we, in this chapter, we have to convert it into double entry. So we will be preparing trading P&L and balance sheet and some accounts, with the help of which we will be preparing our trading account, P&L account and balance sheet. In this chapter, we will be preparing final accounts. Okay, we will be converting the single entry into double entry. हम क्या करेंगे, जो single entry incomplete records दिया है, उस records के help से हम complete final accounts prepare करेंगे, and correct ascertainment evaluation of financial result of business operations cannot be made because complete information is not available. So we cannot correctly ascertain, calculate, evaluate the financial result of the business operation. Analysis of profitability, liquidity, solvency of the business cannot be done. Therefore, difficult to raise funds from outsiders and to plan future activities, because we cannot correctly analyze the profit, the liquidity position, the solvency position of the business, because profitability cannot be done. It is difficult to ascertain the liquidity and solvency position also. We cannot analyze when accounting is done correctly, accurately, then we can easily find out the profitability. We can analyze the profitability, liquidity, solvency position of the business. But here, because that analysis is difficult, therefore, to get funds from outside and to plan the future activity of the business is also difficult. Why will an outsider give money so easily, so to the business which is not maintaining double entry system? तो उसके accounts को trust करना उतना easy नहीं है. इवन बैंक के लिए भी आपके बिजनेस के ऊपर पैसा देना, आपका बिजनेस बिकॉज स्मॉल स्केल में आप प्रॉपर अकाउंट्स भी मेंटेन नहीं करते हो, तो आपको लोन मिलना, आपको एक्सपेंशन के लिए प्लान करना, लोन मिलेगा तो आप वो पैसे से एक्सपेंशन कर सकते हो, लेकिन आपको यहाँ पे ज्यादातर केसेस में आपका खुद का पैसा डाल के एक्सपेंड करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज आपके लिए फंड्स रेज करना डिफिकल्ट होगा, बिकॉज यू मेंटेन इनकम्प्लीट रिकॉर्ड्स, incomplete accounts. Owner may face great difficulty in filing insurance claim in case of loss of inventory by fire or theft. अगर आपने insurance लिया है और आप suppose there is a occurrence of fire, now how will you claim for the loss? आपको आपका स्टॉक का प्रॉपर इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, बिकॉज आप कंप्लीट अकाउंट्स नहीं मेंटेन करते हो. तो इसके वजह से आपको इंश्योरेंस क्लेम के लिए भी फाइल करना इजी नहीं रहेगा. इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू फाइंड आउट हाउ मेनी गुड्स वर लॉस्ट बाय द फायर सो दैट यू कैन क्लेम फॉर द इंश्योरेंस, राइट. इंश्योरेंस क्लेम के लिए फाइल करने के लिए वो डिफिकल्ट होगा, बिकॉज आप स्टॉक कितना था ऑन द डेट ऑफ फायर, वो क्या, या थ्रेफ्ट के टाइम पे कितना गुड्स था आपके पास, वो find out karna also is not easy when we talk about incomplete records. A difficulty in convincing income tax authorities about the reliability of the computed income. आपने आपका जितना इनकम शो किया है उसके हिसाब से आप टैक्स पे करोगे, तो आपका इनकम कितना आपका कंप्यूटर इनकम, कैलकुलेटेड इनकम कितना रिलायबल है, कितना ट्रस्टवर्दी है, वो इनकम टैक्स अथॉरिटीज को समझाना, कन्विंस करना, दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट इजी बिकॉज यू डू नॉट मेंटेन अ proper double entry system of accounts, so it becomes difficult to convince the tax authorities about your business, about your income, correct? Now last final slide for today, accounts to be prepared. We will be preparing debtors account so that we get कितना credit sales दिया है, कितना debtors से पैसा मिला, debtors are our customers, bill receivable कितना debtor bill receivable में convert हुआ, कितना bill receivable से due date में पैसा मिला, creditors, your suppliers from whom you have purchased goods on credit, तो purchases का information credit purchase का information creditor से आता है, credit sale का information debtor से आता है, and final account में you require sales also and purchase also, bills payable, how much you have paid to your creditors, how much amount is still outstanding, how much creditors have been converted into bills payable, all the information you will get from the bills payable account. Cash kitna hai, you will get the information from cash book. You have to prepare the opening balance sheet, and finally your final account, that is trading account, P&L account and balance sheet. These are all the accounts that we will be preparing in this particular chapter. With this, I am ending today's lecture. Remaining everything we will be seeing in the next lecture. Thank you very much, everyone.